I run my own clinic at Dadar, and I'm a musculoskeletal physiotherapist. That means I'm a solution for all your bones, joints, muscles related problems. So any shoulder pain, neck pain, back pain, knee pain, hip pain, all those kind of joint issues, I am kind of the solution for it. So I'm very happy to be here. It's always lovely to meet you all. And it's one of the best people I engage with. So it's my pleasure to be here with all of you. So I've been having a special interest in treating senior citizens. The reason for that is that a lot of senior citizen related issues are usually labeled as ये तो उम्र के वजह से है. So a lot of issues that senior citizens complain of, that I have this pain or that pain or lack of balance or difficulty in walking or any kind of issue, it's usually attributed to, okay, all this is because of age. Now, is it because of age? To a certain extent, yes. But saying that the problem is because of age, that makes the problem kind of an external factor. That means it's not under your control. Is age under your control? No. So that means the problem also is not under your control. So that's why a lot of aches and pains that senior citizens suffer with, they keep suffering all their lives because they think this is because of age. So nothing can be done. And they go through that same problem for so many more years to come. So that is something that really pains my heart. And that's the reason I always love to engage and interact with senior citizens to impart a little bit of knowledge that I have and to gain so much of knowledge that you all have. So thank you all for joining me in this session today. Today's session is something which I would like to talk about, which is hypertension and how to manage it the natural way. So with a raise of hand, all of you, please tell me how many of you are hypertensives. मतलब high blood pressure किस किस को है? With a raise of hand, please. How many of you are hypertensives? Kusum ma'am, any other? Mukul sir, both hands raised. Jatin, Deepa ma'am, Rashida ma'am. Okay, we have quite a few hypertensives, and those who have their videos off can just raise that virtual hand so I'll understand. Or preferably keep your videos on. Then Shireen ma'am. Okay, there are a few, and there are some, Salma ma'am, there are some who are not hypertensives, but this session is even for you so that you can learn how to take care or how to take care of your bodies in such a way that you do not end up with such a diagnosis ever. So now all those who told me you are hypertensives, now raise your hand if you are on medications. Haath utha ke, are you on medication? Yes, almost all those, just one or two. I think Kusum ma'am is not on medications. Rest all are on medications. Yes. So most of you must be thinking, hypertension diagnosed hua hai to medicine to chal hi raha hoga. What are you talking about? Yes, somebody gave me a smile. So she was thinking that. So now third question.
Medication for that. Hello, I
Sorry?
have got diabetes. I thought for medication for that, not for hypertension.
Oh, okay. So now the third question. What is a dosage of medication? Dosage means someday if you have fever, the doctor tells you take these antibiotics for 7 days, right? Or if you have some other illness, the doctor tells you take this medicine, take this painkiller for 5 days, for 7 days, for 10 days. So your antihypertensive medication you have been told to take for how many days? 7 days or 10 days? Any particular days given to you? No? Is that a no? No. So you've been just given the medication with the aim that continue the medication and see me after some days, some particular time span. And that's when we will readjust your dosage if needed. So there are daily, right? You've been asked to take the medications daily, and it's expected that it will continue because hypertension is never considered as a problem which gets resolves. Like if I have fever, so I know after a few days I will be in a state where I don't have fever. My body will overcome the fever. But does anybody ever tell you that hypertension है ओके एक महीने में ठीक हो जाएगा या डायबिटीज है somebody said diabetic so डायबिटीज है हाँ 15 दिन में तो डायबिटीज ठीक हो जाएगा it's expected कि डायबिटीज हाइपरटेंशन ये सब तो लंबी बीमारियां है लाइफ टाइम चलती है एंड ऑल यू कैन डू इज टेक मेडिकेशंस एंड कीप इट अंडर कंट्रोल मतलब उससे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो उतना ही कर सकते हैं So today I'm here with this session because मुझे यही तो myth burst करना है. So the doctors when they give you medications they are right, they are doing their part. And I am not saying that हमें आज से medicine बंद कर देना चाहिए और हम इसको naturally ठीक करेंगे. What I am contributing here is that how to reduce your dose of medications by changing your lifestyle in terms of your diet, in terms of your exercises, in terms of your proper sleeping habits, and everything that you can do in your lifestyle to make sure that the amount of medicine that you need can lower down and come to a point when it can eventually disappear. So you can get rid of hypertension, diabetes, cholesterol problems, other related issues also. So illnesses are usually of two types. Let me just give you a little brief. एक तो प्रॉब्लम ऐसी होती है जो कि इन्फेक्शियस हो, मतलब कोई इन्फेक्शन लग गया, कोविड हो गया, कोविड लग गया, उसका सोल्यूशन क्या है? दवाई तो तब लेनी ही पड़ेगी, हमारे पास ऑप्शन नहीं है. दवाई लो, थोड़े घरेलू नुस्खे, दवाई, some exercises, all that combination, and you get out of COVID. Now, second type of illness is a chronic disease, जिसमें आता है hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, lung related issue, sorry, heart related issues. So ये सब chronic issues है जिसमें lifestyle changes are the primary way you can get it better. You can never get hypertension better with medications. All medicine does is control the hypertension. It never makes it better. So here we are discussing a few points. Now, how to make hypertension better? उस पे आने के पहले we need to talk about some parameters for good health. Right? क्या आपकी health अच्छी है? Health तो बहुत बड़ा term है, health. पर health में क्या क्या अच्छा क्या खराब, तो health में कौन से पैरामीटर्स आते हैं, आज हम उसके बारे में बात करेंगे, वो समझेंगे और फिर समझेंगे वो पैरामीटर कैसे ठीक करना. तो एक बहुत इंटरेक्टिव सेशन चाहिए मुझे. So, have you all heard of a health scorecard? Health scorecard या immunity scorecard? सुना है आप में से किसी ने? Have you heard? Just unmute and say yes, या फिर उस पे डालिए chat पे if yes. Otherwise, I'll consider it a no. No, okay. So nobody in this group has heard about a health scorecard. Yes, some of you have. Okay, good. So we'll be discussing a health scorecard which has eight parameters. ओके सो ये सारे 8 पैरामीटर्स में आपके कौन से पैरामीटर यस है, कौन से नो है, आपको ये एक्टिविटी मेरे साथ करनी है. ओके सो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज, फर्स्ट पैरामीटर मैं बोलती हूँ विच इज डेली बॉवल मूवमेंट. क्या आपका बॉवल, मतलब क्या आपको रोज अच्छे से बॉवल एम्प्टी हो जाता है? डू यू हैव डेली रेगुलर बॉवल मूवमेंट्स? इफ यस, गिव योरसेल्फ अ 1. डू दिस विद मी. गिव योरसेल्फ अ 1 इफ डेली बॉवल गेट्स एम्प्टीड प्रॉपर्ली. देन यू गिव योरसेल्फ अ 1. अगर नहीं होता है, कॉन्स्टिपेशन रहता है या कभी लूज मोशन रहता है, यू डोंट गिव योरसेल्फ एनी पॉइंट. ओके, और कभी ऑन एंड ऑफ रहता है, सम डे गुड सम डे बैड, ऑन एंड ऑफ, तो गिव योरसेल्फ 0.5. Okay, so that's the first parameter. Daily bowel movement is a sign of good health. If all the waste that is accumulated in your body gets an escape, gets a way to go out daily and regularly, that's a sign that your health is good. So that is the first parameter. Now, second parameter is having ideal weight. So, do you have ideal weight? Are you in the ideal weight category? Then give yourself one more point. So make it 2. So do it with me. Your hands should be here. I need to be able to see. कितने लोग 1 है, कितने लोग 2 है, कितने लोग 0 है, और जिनका हाथ नीचे है और वो स्माइल कर रहे हैं मतलब वो 0 है, तो हाथ उठाइए फटाफट. Are you 1 or are you 2? Come on, you have to do this with me. Second is ideal weight. तो क्या आपका weight ideal है, normal है? अगर हाँ तो give yourself one more point. No, okay. Some people said no. ओके सो अगर वेट आइडियल है तो एक और पॉइंट, नहीं है तो पहला वाला ही पॉइंट रहने देंगे. नाउ वी मूव टू द थर्ड पॉइंट विच इज क्लियर स्किन. डू यू हैव क्लियर स्किन? स्किन अगर क्लियर है, दैट इज अ साइन ऑफ गुड हेल्थ. दैट शोज दैट योर बॉवल्स आर गेटिंग क्लियर प्रॉपर्ली, पेट में कचरा नहीं है, हेल्थ अच्छी है, ब्लड एकदम हेल्दी है, प्योरिफाइड है. सो क्लियर स्किन, गिव योरसेल्फ वन मोर पॉइंट. आई विल नॉट गिव माई सेल्फ अ पॉइंट. आप में से कौन कौन देंगे? यस, एट द पॉइंट्स. नाउ fourth point, absence of laziness. Absence of laziness. किस किस को लगता है बहुत आलस आती है दिन में, मन ही नहीं करता है उठने का, काम ही करने का मन नहीं करता है? अगर ऐसा है तो यू डोंट गिव योरसेल्फ एनी पॉइंट. इफ यू फील कि आपका बॉडी एनर्जेटिक है, यू फील लाइक गेटिंग अप एवरी डे, गोइंग टू डू योर वॉक्स. रजिया मैम गिव मी अ थम्स अप. ओके, परफेक्ट. पुष्पा मैम इज स्माइलिंग एट मी बट नॉट गिविंग मी अ स्कोर. Mukul sir, wonderful, 3 score. Somebody has, wow, very nice, 2 score. Jagrati ma'am, very good. Kusum ma'am, nice. So absence of laziness. Okay, so अब तक हमने 4 points discuss किए हैं, मैं वापस बताती हूँ. Daily bowel movement, ideal weight, clear skin, and absence of laziness. Okay, now we come to the 5th point, which is strong sense of hunger. क्या आपको भूख अच्छी लगती है? Do you have a strong sense of hunger? See, hunger is a sign of good health. Whenever we are sick, whenever we have fever, what disappears? Your appetite disappears, your hunger disappears. भूख ही नहीं लगती, खाने का मन नहीं होता. So, not having a strong sense of hunger means something is wrong with the body. So, having a strong sense of hunger means the body is fit and healthy. So, if you get a strong sense of hunger, अभी अभी किसका पकौड़े या चाय पीने का मन हो रहा है, तेज भूख लग रही है, तो give yourself one more point. Yes. So we discussed 5 points. Now we go to the 6th point, which is deep sleep. अच्छी गहरी नींद आना, बेड पे लेटे कि ऐसी नींद आई कि अब सीधा सुबह आंख खुली. So give yourself one more point. So that makes it 6th point. जिनको अच्छी स्लीप नहीं आती है, they will give themselves 0. और बीच बीच में है तो आधा पॉइंट दे देना खुद के हिसाब से. That is up to you. Now 7th point is no pain in the body. No pain in the body. So at this stage, if your body has pain somewhere here and there, कुछ ना कुछ दुखता रहता है, so give yourself 0. अगर कोई पेन नहीं है, you give yourself 1. और कभी एक आध बार इधर उधर दुखता रहता है तो you give yourself 0.5. So add the scores. Now we are to the last 8th point, which is positive thoughts and positive mood. So आप में से कितने लोगों का मूड यूजुअली पॉजिटिव रहता है? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू फील योर पॉजिटिव मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम? योर रजिया मैम गिव मी अ वंडरफुल स्माइल, पुष्पा मैम गिव मी अ वंडरफुल स्माइल, लेट मी सी हु ऑल. नैना मैम थम्स अप, नाइस. Who all? Kusum ma'am, Mukul sir, Jagruti ma'am. Who else I have? Kashmira ma'am is smiling. I don't know your points, but Asha ma'am, yes, good, 5 points. Deepa ma'am, Rashida ma'am, wonderful. Sonia ma'am, 5, 6, 7 points. Great. So there are nice, good points. Wonderful. So the last point was I was saying positive thoughts. So most of the time, अगर आपको किसी का phone आया, somebody calls you up. So what is your first thought? अरे, what has happened? Has something bad happened? Is that your first thought, or you think that somebody called me? Okay, somebody called me to give me a good news. So what is our first instinct? What is our first thought in any situation? If it's raining heavily, oh, it's such a bad weather. It's raining heavily now. Everything will become muddy. Is that your first thought, or your first thought is, wow, it's raining. The heat has come down now. Wonderful. Let me go and make chai and pakoda. So it depends on your thinking process, which everybody is different, and at every stage is different. Someday we are upset and we are not in a good mood. So everything triggers us. Someday we are very happy. So everything feels like heaven. कि आज तो कोई कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ सकता मेरा. So, but most of the time, what is your mood? So we come to 8 points. Now all of you with a show of hands will tell me how many points did you score total. Should I repeat the points? Yeah. I'll repeat the points. Point 1, daily bowel movement. Point 2, ideal weight. Point 3, clear skin. Point 4, absence of laziness. Point 5, strong sense of hunger. Point 6, deep sleep. Point 7, no pain in the body. Point 8, positive mood. So out of these 8 points, with a show of hands, how much did you score? I want everyone to show me. Jane ma'am, Salma ma'am. Good, 4 points. Okay. 5, 6, 7 points. Okay.
Mine.
Ma'am, Razia ma'am, Sheen ma'am. Who said? I did not hear you.
Mine, Jane.
Jane ma'am, yes, I took your name.
Yeah.
I saw your Kusum ma'am, Mukul sir, Jagruti ma'am, Deepa ma'am. Deepa ma'am has 10 points, but I had 8 points in my score. So how come your points are 10? So let us retally.
I got 7 points. I got 7
points. Okay. Great, great.
Mera
7 points is good. Asha ma'am also 7 points. Deepa ma'am, recount the points. 6 points. Margaret ma'am.
I got
Rashida
7.
Ma'am.
I got 7.
Wonderful.
I got
7.
7 points.
I'm really with a good
I
group.
have
Huh?
only knee
Really, I must
problem.
say.
I have only knee problem.
Knee problem. Okay. So whenever I take this scorecard with office goers. Okay, great, great. Now everybody will mute yourself. Let me come back to this. Whenever I take this exercise with any office goers, okay, what are their points, you know? Their points are usually 5 or 5.5 or 4.5 or maximum 6. So office goers between the age group of 40, 50, give me a score of 5, 6. But this is one of the wonderful groups I am with. Everybody has like 6, 7. And jinke kam hai. All those in the 5 or 4 also, no getting disheartened. The good thing is that you've understood where you're lacking. So you've understood that if there is a constant pain in your body, that's not a good sign of health. So you have to do something about the pain. If most of your thoughts are not positive, that's not a good thing. So starting with meditations, like you all as a group anyways do all these exercise daily, so that I've been noticing. So putting more emphasis on improving the quality of your thoughts, going through positive thoughts in your head. If your sleep is affected, so how do you get that better? So every parameter is not just to show you that 4 hai, 5 hai, 6 hai. It's not just a number. It's for you to understand that what I need to work upon that way. So if your bowel movements are clear, good thing. What is affected? If sleep is affected, how to get that better? So try and sleep on time, have some, don't have some stimulants in the night, eat your dinner early, do not have a lot of phone or internet or laptop in front of you at night, do not watch television in the night. These are simple things, but you need to be aware what is wrong to be able to execute these simple things. What is ideal weight and how is it derived? Margaret ma'am will come to that. It's a little vast description, but I will come to that. Let me just cover these points that I'm here with first. But it's a very good question. So, how do we tackle hypertension? Okay, now we come to these three pillars of fitness. What are these three pillars of fitness? Teen pillar hai, teen sthambh hai. The first is nutrition. I don't call it dieting, I call it nutrition, because whatever we are eating is the food nutritious. And nutrition does not mean कि अच्छा खाना है. आप केला रात को 12 बजे खा रहे हो, so that does not become a nutritious food, even though banana consumed early morning at 7 a.m. or even mid morning snack 11 a.m. is a nutritious food. But वही चीज रात के 12 बजे nutritious नहीं होती है, रात के 9 बजे भी न्यूट्रिशियस नहीं होती है. दही न्यूट्रिशियस है, पर हम वापस रात को खा रहे हैं, न्यूट्रिशियस नहीं है. मूली हम रात को खा रहे हैं, न्यूट्रिशियस नहीं है. वैसे ही हम कौन सी चीज कब खा रहे हैं? हम फ्रूट लंच के साथ खा रहे हैं, अच्छा पेट भर के लंच खाए और 2 मैंगो गटक लिए, न्यूट्रिशियस नहीं है. भले मैंगो न्यूट्रिशियस हो, पर वो टाइम पे न्यूट्रिशियस नहीं है. सो इट इज व्हाट फूड is nutritious. Second, when do you eat it also affects the nutrition. And third, with what mindset do you eat it? If I'm eating a nice healthy bowl of cereal and cereals, okay, and thinking of someone I don't like at office, okay, उसने तो मेरे साथ ऐसे किया, एक दिन मैं उसको बताऊंगी, I will take revenge, this is not nice. So my mindset which is getting affected because I'm having those thoughts which don't make me very happy. So that again does not keep my food nutritious. That does not serve my body. That harms my body because the nutritious food in my plate has converted to toxicity when it goes in my body because of my thoughts. So all of this gets affected with nutrition. So let us cover a few quick parameters about food and what is nutritious and what is not. So your food has to be sattvic. What does sattvic food mean? It has to be wholesome. It has to be more unprocessed. It has to be more living. So anything that is packaged. For example, you're having digestive biscuits. Now, this I've seen very commonly. Most of my patients do this. They have no sugar wala tea, but have 2-3 digestive biscuits with it. But digestive biscuits are also processed. They also have a lot of hidden sugars in it, which we don't see like that because they don't taste sweet. So you're taking a tea without any sugar, but you're adding 3 digestive biscuits. And then we feel ki, arey, ye to healthy hai. So then instead of 3, we eat 2 more. And then we make it 5. So that in reality does not stabilize your sugar levels. In fact, it makes it more haphazard because that is a processed and not wholesome food that you just gave your body. So having more wholesome things, which are more fresh and raw as compared to having more processed things. So why health problems have increased now? Because our diet is controlled, our nutrition is controlled by the big companies who sell products, whose aim is to sell you a product, whose aim is not whether your health remains healthy or not. Have you ever heard our ancestors talk about high blood pressure, or have you ever seen pictures of old age eras having pot bellies and unable to walk and fat bodies? So they weren't like that. Why? Because they knew how to stay healthy. They knew how to stay fit. So this is not about me criticizing if your weight is more. Please do not take it that way. Weight more or less is totally fine. But is that affecting your health? For some people, a healthy build or a more little plump body suits. For some people, they've always been thin all their life. So for everybody, body type and ideal weight, like Margaret ma'am was asking, everybody it differs. but is your body weight affecting your health? If it is, then whether you are thin or whether you're fat, it does not matter. If your body weight is not ideal for you, for everybody, the ideal body weight differs. Right. So first we came to sattvic food. Second is seasonal food. All the foods have to be eaten in the right season. That makes it nutritious. So us sitting here eating mangoes in the summer, of course, nutritious. Then every fruit like that has to go with seasons. And same goes with even other things. For example, if we have oils, now sarso oil is used in colder climates. So sarso da saag is made in Punjab. Why? It's had in colder climates, winter, because their winters are strong. So your body needs that extra heat. Now we think sarso tel is healthy and we start sitting here nicely making pakoras in sarso ka tel in summers. Now will that be healthy? No. So everything has to be followed according to season, according to weather, and according to your locality and local needs. That is the third point. So everything has to be bought local. Local means how local? Within 100 kilometers of where you stay. So wherever you're staying in the 100 kilometers, whatever is growing naturally is a local food for you. So you can easily go ahead with that. Then your food always has to be fresh. It needs to be made within 3 hours of cooking. It needs to be eaten within 3 hours of cooking. And that means eating a fresh food. So I might have made the healthiest of lunches, but I'm consuming that lunch at night at 12, at 11 p.m. That doesn't make it healthy. अगर मैंने दोपहर को 12 बजे खाना बनाया है and I'm consuming it at 11 p.m. So the nutritious value of that food has gone. All it will give me is gas, bloating, gas headaches, acidity. That's what that food will give me, no matter how nutritious, because it has crossed its lifespan. Then the next is tasty. Of course, everybody loves taste. So keeping all these parameters in mind, the food also has to be tasty. That's when you'll feel like having it more. And then a few more quick parameters. Have less of grains in your diet and have more of vegetables. So anything you're having, have a little more of sabji and try and control the portions of any grain that you're eating. I'm not saying carbs is bad. I'm not saying rice is bad. Please don't go with all that. Everything is good if had in the right proportions. And of course, processed cheese नहीं खानी है. तो white rice जो होता है वो काफी processed होता है. Brown rice unprocessed होता है. That's why brown rice is a preferable rice. But it has to be cooked the right way because क्योंकि वो unprocessed है, it is even difficult for your body to digest. So it has to be soaked longer, it has to be cooked longer. If you just cook it in the go and then have it, then it won't give you the benefit. In fact, it won't be digested by your body. So everything has to be customized for you. These are just simple points. Also, if you're hypertensive, all hypertensive is very important point. Have more rock salt instead of the regular salt. So first of all, reduce your salt consumption, please. Reduce your processed food because processed food have a lot of salt that we don't realize. Chips, chivda, khakra, all this have so much processed, so much salt in it, we don't realize. So first thing, reduce packaged food, automatically salt consumption reduces. Second thing, even in your diet, try and reduce a little salt wherever you can. Don't go salt free. Eating salt is okay, but try and reduce the quantity. And third thing, switch to rock salt instead of the simple salt. The reason is the regular salt has more of sodium in it, right? So that's why, and salt is always related with high blood pressure. Your body has to struggle more to pump that blood. And rock salt has more of potassium in it. So that kind of doesn't let your blood pressure shoot up. So that's why. Then another thing that you can do is have more of potassium rich foods. So bananas, very good for you. Avocados, very good for you. Avocados only when it is local and seasonal, of course. सब कल से avocados नहीं खाने हैं. Third, spinach, very good for you. Tomato, good for you. Sweet potato, good for you. So these are all seasonal also, local also, sattvic also, healthy also, eaten at the right time, eaten in the right proportions. Then automatically potassium rich foods will help lower your BP. So once your blood pressure normally starts staying in the normal range, that's when your doctor will tell you, oh, why am I giving you so high dosage of the medication? Let me taper down the medication because your blood pressure is naturally staying in the normal range. So that's how your medication will come down. And step by step, you'll come to a level when you'll be off the medications. So many patients have gone off the medications. So totally possible for even you. One more very quick nutritional tip is having CCF after dinner. Now, what is CCF? After dinner or lunch. So half an hour after your meals, which is either dinner or lunch, make a little hot water, and put in it CCF, which is C stands for cumin. Cumin means jeera. So have a little pinch of jeera, put it in the hot water. Then another C means coriander. Have some coriander. You can have the akha coriander, those seeds, or you can have the powdered form. Either ways, put that. And F means fennel seeds. Fennel means soft. So धनिया powder, जीरा पाउडर, सौंफ पाउडर, ये 3 गर्म पानी में डालना है, उसको थोड़ा होने देना है, सिमर एंड हाँ बॉयल होने देना है, और थोड़ी देर बाद उसको निकाल देना, 4-5 मिनट्स रखना है उसको, उसके बाद स्ट्रेन करके वो पानी पी लो आफ्टर हाफ एन आवर ऑफ योर मील्स. दैट हेल्प्स टू improve your digestion, that helps to normalize your blood pressure. Now why am I emphasizing on digestion? Why is these two connected? Digestion खराब हुआ है तो blood pressure से क्या connection? Digestion तो पेट में है, blood तो blood है, पूरे body में, क्या connection? See, when your food is not getting digested, अगर रोड पे कहीं पे अगर आपके पास एक ट्रक है, उस पे मैंने बहुत सामान लाद दिया है, तो वो ट्रक का इंजन क्या करेगा, बहुत मेहनत करेगा आगे चढ़ने में चलाने में उसको, क्यों? क्योंकि हमने बहुत सामान लाद दिया है. सो दैट अनडाइजेस्टेड फूड इज लाइक एक्स्ट्रा लोड ऑन द बॉडी. सो योर हार्ट हैज टू पंप इवन हार्डर to make the blood circulate properly. And if your stomach is light, if what you're eating is light, healthy, nutritious, easy to digest, digested well, so your body doesn't have to struggle to circulate the blood. So that's when the blood pressure starts staying normal. So that's why your diet, your food, your meals, your nutrition is very much connected to your hypertension. So I hope CCF we yaad rakhenge and the other things also you all will remember. Now, quickly coming to the second pillar of fitness. Remember, I told you 3 pillars of fitness: exercise, nutrition, and sleep. So, second pillar, exercise. Exercise में आप में से कौन-कौन exercise करता है? Quickly, show of hands. कौन-कौन exercise करता है? नैना मैम, सलमा मैम, पुष्पा मैम, रजिया मैम, कुसुम मैम, शरीन मैम, दीपा मैम, रशीदा मैम, आशा मैम, जतिन मैम, कश्मीरा मैम, जैन मैम, मुकुल सर नहीं करते हैं, नौरीन मैम, सोनिया मैम नहीं करते हैं, जागृति मैम, कमान मोर पीपल करते हैं. अच्छा, ओके, मुकुल सर भी करते हैं.
हाँ, चालू किया है.
परफेक्ट, ग्रेट स्टार्ट. चालू किया है, बहुत अच्छी बात है. अब पर कंटिन्यू करना है, बार बार चालू नहीं होना चाहिए, मतलब बार बार बंद भी तो होना है, तभी बार बार चालू.
Nutrition. Second is you said what do you call exercise, and which is the third one?
Sleep.
Sleep. Okay.
So in the second point, which is exercise, काफी लोग एक्सरसाइज करते हैं, काफियों ने चालू किया है, और काफी लोग और कुछ लोग चालू करने की सोच रहे हैं. तो आज प्लीज इसको एक मोटिवेशन की तरह लीजिए, जिन्होंने चालू नहीं किया, चालू करने की सोच रहे हैं कि चालू करना है. अगली बार मैं जब भी वापस आऊंगी, मैं वापस पूछूंगी सबके हाथ ऊपर चाहिए. सीरीज मैम भी करते हैं, उन्होंने वर्चुअल हाथ ऊपर किया है. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट टाइम व्हेन आई कम, एवरीबॉडी हैज टू बी एक्सरसाइजिंग. नाउ I'll talk about a few principles of exercising, which is how much to exercise. So 30 to 40 minutes of exercise is a very good way to keep yourself fit. Those 30 to 40 minutes. So you can choose any form of exercise, be it walking, or be it yoga, or be it swimming, any sports if you're fond of, be it pranayam के साथ और कुछ भी combine करना है. Basketball, yes, great. So sports, good way to exercise. अगर अकेले एक्सरसाइज करना बोरिंग लग रहा है तो डू इट विद अ ग्रुप, वंडरफुल वे टू एक्सरसाइज, जैसे आप लोग रोज करते हैं तुषा मैम के साथ वर्चुअली, वंडरफुल वे टू एक्सरसाइज. तो एक्सरसाइज के बहुत सारे फॉर्म्स है, ट्राई एंड इनकलकेट एज मेनी फॉर्म्स एज यू कैन. अगर प्राणायाम आप कर रहे हो तो सिर्फ प्राणायाम इज नॉट कंप्लीट. अगर हम रोज रोटी सब्जी खाए तो इज दैट कंप्लीट डाइट? नहीं ना, सब खाने में आना चाहिए. तो वैसे ही जस्ट वन फॉर्म इज नॉट इनफ. एक्सरसाइज को भी अलग अलग वेरिएशन में कवर करना है. सो यू हैव टू डू समथिंग विच यू फाइंड प्लेजरेबल. जो नहीं पसंद है वो करके मतलब नहीं है. सेकंड, यू हैव टू डू समथिंग विच इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर हेल्थ. जैसे somebody said नी पेन है, तो अगर आपको नी पेन है और आप वॉकिंग कर रहे हो और उससे नी पेन बढ़ रहा है, बट यू थिंक कि वॉकिंग इज गुड फॉर हेल्थ, सो आई विल वॉक मोर, सो दैट विल ओनली एग्रेवेट योर नी पेन. So that shouldn't be done. So what exercise has to be done should also be well curated आपके लिए. Now specifically एक exercise के लिए we will take one more session because that requires a little longer description. So today what we covered is more of nutrition to give you a simple points and simple tips of what you can change. So today try and change few at home, improve in terms of nutrition. And the third one, like I said, was sleep. So sleep is simple. Sleep adequate 7 to 8 hours. Sleep on time. Get up on time. Try and keep your sleep cycle the same. कभी 9 बजे सोए, 5 बजे उठे, कभी 12 बजे सोए, 7 बजे उठे, कभी 12 बजे सोए, 3 बजे उठ गए, तो ऐसा नहीं. और रात को सोते टाइम स्पेशली लेडीज प्लीज इंटरनेट का यूज कम करना है और ज्यादा वीडियो कॉल्स या ज्यादा प्रोग्राम्स नहीं देखने, बिकॉज लेडीज इंक्लूडिंग मी, आई एम आल्सो लेडी, सो हमें बड़ा मजा आता है रात को सब काम हो गया, अब किसी से वीडियो कॉल पे बातें चल रही है या कुछ प्रोग्राम देखा जा रहा है, एंड देन दैट डिस्टर्ब्स योर स्लीप साइकिल बिकॉज दैट ब्लू लाइट फ्रॉम द फोन makes your mind think कि अभी तो दिन है, मैं क्यों सो रहा हूँ. So that awakes your mind, that light from the phone. So that's why then when you go off to sleep, you don't feel like sleeping. फिर हम उठ के फिर फोन पे लग जाते हैं कि चलो अब नींद नहीं आ रही तो और थोड़ा फोन पे कुछ कर लेते हैं. So this is like a cycle. It will keep going. So stay away from your phone. Last 1 hour before sleeping, stay away from stimulants and have that CCF drink and then try and go to sleep with positive thoughts. Okay, so today this was it from my end. Now quickly we'll say one affirmation. Affirmation means something that you tell yourself positive, something positive. So we'll end the session with one positive affirmation. So you have to all say this with me. I am strong and healthy. Say it loudly.
Strong and healthy.
Strong and healthy.
Strong and healthy.
I am 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 very strong and very healthy.
I am very healthy.
One more time. I am very strong and very healthy.
I am very strong and very healthy. I am
Very
very
strong and
strong,
very
very healthy.
Perfect. Wonderful.
But I
So
just
done
want
from
to
my
ask you,
end.
doctor, can I talk? Can I say
Yes.
something?
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to ask you about my knee.
Yes.
I'm getting a very bad pain in my knee. And I took an X-ray and they said that the cartilage is a little bit worn out. But he said, I'll give you some medication. You try for a month. And if the pain gets better, then we won't have to do knee replacement.
Jane, ma'am. So,
Yeah.
your question. So I would suggest you that please get in touch with me personally and I'll guide you, because today we discussed a session on hypertension. So I would
All right.
like to keep today's session on that. So you can text me. I will try and help you as much as I can.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I?
Welcome. Yes, Uncle, sir.
Yes.
I have a
Yes.
problem. Do you know that suddenly you have high blood pressure? Because I'll tell you, when I went to some place, there was a free checkup of blood pressure. So I just went to sat down, and the nurse took the blood pressure, and it was 190 by some 70 or something like that. So how
So
do
if you
that your pressure is high?
so
I
if
tell
you
you-
have so if you have walked and gone somewhere and you are kind of just had an activity of high intensity and you've reached somewhere and that's when your blood pressure came out to be 190 by 70, that cannot be considered as high blood pressure. Ideally, high blood pressure is diagnosed after consecutive findings at different times of the day. So it's not just once when your blood pressure is taken and it comes high and we can label you high blood pressure. So a regularly taken findings at different time intervals will tell you that you are hypertensive. If your blood pressure stays high in all those readings.
Thank you.
But what has the normal blood pressure to be? What has the normal
Yeah.
blood
140 by 80.
140 by 80. Then it's 190, correct. That
So
is all.
ideally 120 by 80 and lower than that is normal. Ideally. Since our lifestyle, our age, a lot of factors have changed, now it is being considered that even 130 by 80 is normal, but 140 by 90 becomes pre-hypertensive. That means you just start of high blood pressure, and beyond that is high blood pressure.
Okay. So 120 then is ideal.
No,
120
not
by
for you.
80 or lesser than that is ideal as per the
Okay.
latest American Heart Criteria 2022.
Okay. 120 by 80.
Thank you very much, doctor. It's been a really useful session. We want to have you back again with us soon. And again, thank you everybody for listening.
So just
Wish you
one
all a
last thing.
very happy weekend.